Yeah, we're larger than life. It's written in the sky. And you'll see it in my heart, just like a satellite. And in the moment I reach, yeah, the world ignites. There's something bigger than us, 'cause we're larger than life. Larger than life.
Good morning, guys, and happy Monday. I hope you had a great Father's Day weekend, and it sucks getting back to reality, but it's whatever. And today will be more of a vlog style video. I did not want to sit down in front of my window again with makeup on. This is just an all natural video, me walking around my house, because I think better that way. Today, my video is directed toward any of my pregnant friends or friends that plan on becoming pregnant. These are things I wish I knew before becoming a mom.
Say good morning. Say good morning, everybody.
And then now it's golly. You probably could have seen that happen.
Touch my toes. Hello.
Well, my camera died as usual, like it always does. So that's what happened, and that's why it's like 3-4 hours later. And I'm in my room, and Cameron's been in here, and the TV is on, so. But my first point of this video is that when someone tells you you're never gonna sleep again because of a child, they mean it. And I don't think I took them very seriously. I thought, like, yeah, I can handle it, you know, whatever. But no, not at first. And it was pretty hard to get used to. My body's used to it now, but you really need to soak in the sleep while you can. Even though it's weird and ironic, because when you are pregnant, it's hard to sleep, especially in your 3rd trimester. I always told myself that waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom is like your body preparing yourself for your baby, which I truly believe. But it's easier to go back to sleep and you're not as awake for very long. At first, I was really good at putting Liam back to sleep in his rock and play at first. He didn't want to lay flat when he was very little. And then I would feed him in the middle of the night and fall asleep. So he got used to sleeping with me, which turned into sleeping with me a lot more. Now it's pretty much strictly co-sleeping all night. I think it works great for some people, and then for other people it doesn't. For me, there are some nights where I like it and some nights I don't. Some nights he wakes up every 2 hours to nurse, and other nights he just moves around so much, and I feel like there's not enough room in our bed, and I have to be careful because Cameron moves around and he's a heavy sleeper. My first point in this video is I wish someone told me how much sleep I was going to lose. Okay, while I'm sitting here editing this video, I realized I left an important part out of the sleeping. Tying into that first point, I wish that I would have known the importance of my sleep and the importance of sleep training, and you need to do it when it's appropriate, which is around 3 months. Don't lick his face, please. Bella. I wish that I would have stuck to sleep training. I wish I could have done the cry it out. I'm so close to crawling, guys. It's not even funny. I just could not get myself to do the cry it out method at first, and it was so hard for me, and I wish that it wasn't. I wish I was strong enough, but I honestly am not. Oh, yeah, you burp. Please don't throw it. That's just been something that I've struggled with a lot lately, and it's really been weighing on me that I couldn't get myself to do that. I know I'm having mom guilt and I shouldn't, but that's just really how I feel. So sleep train your babies. And you can get through it, and you will, and then you'll sleep and everything will be okay, and you'll sleep alone, and eventually your baby will see through the night. So yeah. Okay, how we looking today? I hope I don't look too orange. I got some foundation for summer. In case you didn't see my last video, I was talking about I got the Rainforest of the Sea foundation. It was too light, so I got some Wet n Wild. So please tell me if I look orange. Please feel free to let me know. But as far as I can tell, I think it matched. I went with Cameron saying that it matched my skin because there was a mirror, so We'll blame it on him. Another thing I wish I knew before becoming a mom is that breastfeeding is very hard. Now, I am still exclusively breastfeeding, but it was very hard in the beginning. Liam had reflux, and thankfully my mom was here for all this. There were times where I had to give him to my mom and just walk away because I did not know what to do. I didn't know how to please him. I didn't know what I was doing wrong until we went, and I was just making sure I was breastfeeding the right way, that he was getting the right latch at the doctor, and the lady said everything is fine. He just had really bad problems spitting up. He still does sometimes. If he rolls on his tummy after he eats, he does that sometimes. I struggled with that so much. In the hospital though, he latched on right away. I had no problems with that. We did our kangaroo care, chest to chest stuff, and he latched within the hour, and that was really special. That was one of my favorite moments with him ever. You just never hear about how hard it is. You always hear normalize breastfeeding, like make it okay in public. I think that's all I would hear before. The second thing, I just wish someone told me how hard it was, because when you stick with it, you're doing something really good for your child. And I do respect people who have to formula feed, because sometimes it's not you. You can be stressed out and not be able to breastfeed, or have enough supply. Your supply can just be low and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, it's not your fault. It's just, either way, I think that your baby will be fine, and Liam is fine being breastfed. And sometimes I feel like he doesn't eat long enough, or he doesn't get enough, but I think he is. I think sometimes his feedings are less than 3 minutes on one side, and I just freak out about that. It's very convenient to breastfeed, I think, with Liam, especially in the nighttime. I just worry about weaning him off when he's ready. I know that he will do it when he's ready, or when the pediatrician says I should need to start trying, but that's just one thing I'm worried about with the co-sleeping, is the night feedings. I don't know how he's gonna get off that. I mean, I guess I don't need to worry about that right now. I don't know, it's just how I feel. So second thing is definitely breastfeeding. So the third thing I wish I knew before having a baby, or becoming a mother, that's the whole point of this video, is Cameron and I, our relationship just honestly crumbled. I gotta be honest with you guys. I mean, it hasn't been the best lately at all, and we can both admit that. We've both talked about that. I thought it would be better when Liam got here, like everything would be great, but honestly, you don't understand how much a child takes a toll on your relationship. He's always working, I'm working, I try to work a lot, and he gets home late, he wants to do all these things after work, you know, there's just no time, and I just want to be with him. And parenting is really all about compromise and just agreeing on things, and it's been really hard for the both of us. Just honest truth, I'm not gonna act like our family is perfect, because no family is, and you can't believe that. No matter how much they try to persuade you that they are, they're not. But Kaylin and I went and got our nails done today. She watches Liam all the time for me, so I wanted to do that for her. Well, she got her trash. I'm proud of her. And I think that the one thing Cameron doesn't understand is, and he's probably gonna watch this, but the one thing that he doesn't understand is I'll never be that person I was before I was pregnant. It's so hard. I'm not gonna be that same girl, and I wish I could have her back too. Gosh, this is a really depressing video to make. I know it will get better from here. I know that living with my parents is kind of hard, and I know everything will be okay, and it's just one day at a time. Like, you have to get through the bad stuff to get to the better, you know. That's just what I keep telling myself, and everything will work out how it's supposed to. Everything will go how God wants it to be. And I forget that all the time. And I've really gone with the mom look today. Oh gosh. The mom bod too. I got Cameron's hat. I got him for Father's. Really? I'm wearing his socks too. He's gonna kill me, but whatever. Well, now I'm back home with my little baby here. Just woke up from a nap. And that brings me to point number 4, which is I wish I knew how quickly babies grew out of clothes. And you'd think that I would know that, but I did not. And I think that any other person with common sense would know that, but I didn't. So you never know how big your baby will be when he's born. So my recommendation would be don't get a lot of newborn clothes if they even think you're gonna have a big baby, because he didn't even get in them for a week, I guess. And another last point I have is you don't need 500 toys for my 0.5. Liam had like 2 rock and plays, 1 bassinet, and only uses the rock and play. He also has this crib he doesn't use. If I could go back and change what I did, I would get one of those Mamaroos, because they do just about everything. And they also have different kinds of things with the 4Moms brand. They have a rockaroo, and they just have all kinds of cool things for babies. They're really pricey, so that's why I would just get that. And all the things he has combined probably adds up to it.
You say hi, mister.
And he's in his sleep sack right now. We just use it as a blanket. I mean, it doesn't really, he's not in his crib or anything. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was informative for moms to be, and for if you're planning on becoming a mom, and all my mommy friends can relate to this. I can't wait to upload Liam's 5-month video. He will be 5 months old on Saturday, but I plan on posting that on Friday. So I'll be working on that all this week. And we hope you all had a great Monday, and we hope you have a great week. See you later, guys. Bye.